Hi, this is August Allen, and I am here at the second luggage bay to the Hesperus to the 4501-316. I've already put the water pump back on the engine. I am in here taking the water pump out. This water pump surface looks really good. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just beautiful. Okay, I have the pump off the side, and there's a look in at the cam lobe right there, if we can see it. Yeah, that's a pretty good look. Looks real nice in there. The non-roller lifter worked on it just fine, didn't hurt it. It's very pretty yet. And here is the new pump with the roller, and has the bottom put on it. It'll be okay. I just wanted that roller back is all. So I just thought I'd take a shot of it before I put it back in. Okay, I hung it up on one of the screws. It'll hang off the side or whatever, but I just want it hanging so I'm not hanging off the control lead of this little controller. $235 back in the day, so I'm just not real eager to replace it. It's an antique itself. It's been around for a long time. This is a 2001 project is when this went in. This was 10 years after I bought it that I decided this would be a cool thing to have, and it just saves your butt. It's what it does. And you got this system up and running. I have a clip. I will add a clip of what was wrong with this. Unbelievable. It was the simplest thing. That is where I pick up the signal from the generator that tells this controller it's doing 60, it's within that 60 cycle range. It's not too slow, it's not too fast, it's in this range. And there are 1 or 0.5s. I know they're the smallest views I could get for it, because all we're reading is that we are definitely reading across the 240 volt circuit. But this is where we pick it up, and this is where I want those fuses. And these are all little tiny fuses. I only need to look at the voltage out here. I do not need any kind of current whatsoever. I want those fuses inside that box to dump. See all this marking. Here's these colors. You know, there's a brown wire here. This is the starter. Oh, here's the brown set of wires. And there's the starter relay. They are now marked. I don't have to fuel. Oh yes, this relay right here, and it says fuel. It turns this on, sucks this thing up, and holds it on forever until, you know, it's pretty hefty coil, but it's not much, not much current there. But when it stops, when it starts dropping its load and you're dependent on it, it's a pain in the ass. So I got to come and okay, I figured it out, and I need it. We already need it, so I pin it back. Yeah, put a hook on it, tie it back like that. Okay, now I'll start it. Well, now it can't shut itself off. This thing can't drop this out because you've pinned it back. So you need it fixed, and I am just blown away by what I saw. This is the fuse. This is the fuse holder. That is a hot connection. It melted the plastic, and really hard to see. I don't know. You'd have thought that it just got hot trying to hold that engine fuel on. and quit. Maybe the brass wasn't free from a varnish and they made these parts out of it, and so that would have inhibited their ability to be put together. This went away in favor of you need a common #1 place to catch your ground. Your negative is hot, so it has to be, it all has to be regulated. And this is the negative bus. This is the negative fuse. These are spares. I just put them up here. That's how many they were selling. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I decided on the big boost in power, I mean in current carrying capability for the glow plugs, because this is absolutely needs to start. So that yellow, these little videos too, there's going to be sections of this in these picture clippets in a book about this that goes with it. And the reason for the fuse like that is #1, I had it. #2, it's cool. #3, it's on the books. There's nothing wrong with that as a fuse, as long as you know what it is and you don't go fooling around with it. You know, kids or something put nickels in it, or that's not what that's all about. This is for nostalgia reasons, when nobody would put in their right mind would put anything but a fuse back into one of those. That is your air assist for the clutch, so I can push it in with my hand. This is where you service the air clutch assist, is up there in that thing. So, and there's the new pump, never been turned on yet. It just hooked up and ready to go. I mean, there's the wires, color, everything's pretty self-explanatory. Oh, what's that red wire? It's at the ground. Yeah, you bet it is. I'm watching my beard grow and emptying the oil out of this. That's all there is to do. This is long. So anyway, I just thought I'd take a picture of this. That's what we're doing. We're emptying the oil into that ancient gas can over there. All right. Okay, this is August, and here I am with the new gauge manifold. I held it together with vice grips. So I came home and I soldered this, and it came out very nice. Stuck the solder through that hole after I'd wicked it up. Look at look at it. Look at the, man, that is bonded. Never coming up. And I'm going to put holes in it right there, jolting through copper. We'll get it so the gauge is straight up and down, and those holes are perfect. We'll put the two, they can stand that much more. Those are replacement bolts anyway, and I'm pretty sure they can stand. Let's take a look at it, see what they could stand. Probably get away with just one, but I think it'd look pretty snappy if both of them went through it. I've been trying to figure out where I'm going to mount that gauge, and I'd love to have that gauge. Let's see how much. Look at this. That could carry that and then some. I felt them. I know when I put those in there that I made sure that they were just fine and dandy all the way. I think that looks real good. Right there, that's where it'll go. And then I'll hook them together, and we will then be ready to try out everything. That'll be beautiful. And it's not really in your way, and you can take it down easy. This is the new oil gauge mount. This oil gauge is 100 psi. It says bronze tube, brass socket, soldered. Oh, that's cool. I think I know what they mean because I've tried to get at it. Anyway, this is a soldered piece. This is a piece of tempered copper bus, so it's stiff. I mean, that is a really great piece. But that's my marine gear gauge. Look at this, stainless steel in glycerin, brass, copper, pinned down with some real nice hardware that also pins down the adjustment to the alternator, which is tight now. It is as it should be to pull that into its water pump and give us 15-20 amps of charge. It's not a whole lot. It didn't have to do a whole lot of work. Its job was just to keep the battery charged and enough power to run these solenoids and stuff. And so I built this today. I have more footage on it, but this is getting ready to we are just about to the point where I'm going to demonstrate this whole thing to you. That's my Frankenstein knife switch. Leviton, that's an electrical piece with a number and a rating, and so is the Edison. That's a 6 amp Edison fuse. There's a full box of spare fuses for that. That's just for punk rock. Cool. The knife of that knife switch that stick up in air is attached to ground right there, so it gets positive. So it is not hot to anything other than starting right there. You flip that up and your timer will come on for your glow plugs. The controller doesn't say glow plugs because they didn't really know what I was. There's all kinds of things you can do with it, but glow plugs is what it does for us before it starts it up. And this is a new addition. This is really nice. This is, my door has been all cleaned up. This is getting really cleaned up, so it looks good. I want to maybe take it to, a show or two, RV show or something. Get it cleaned up to where it can be demonstrated. So I really like this. This was part of a fire system gauge that has to be replaced every 5 years. These gauges all have to be new certified gauges put in place, and la-di-da-di-da. So they had a bunch of these. I got a few of them. A bunch of them went to the trash or went to the scrap yard. Too bad too, because they're not bad gauges. So this is what we're working on: the fuel relay, start relay, and a warm-up relay. It holds the high speed and gets the generator going. Glow plug relay, and your new controller, your steampunk controls, genuine Leviton rated knife switch, Frankenstein switch, I say, and a Edison fuse. This is a 5 amp that we're running now. The box is full of 6, and all they are is to kill the negative if something happens out there that one of these wires gets pinched. Well, that's where we are. We're getting real close. I can't start it It doesn't have oil in it yet, so we'll get the new oil in it. We have the new oil filter on it. It was a crummy electrical failure. Inhibited the action of all the rest of the equipment, impugning the honor of my controller and of the relays and everything else. Everything was suspect for why this was quitting. And I'm glad we're beyond it. Okay. See if we can get this thing started. I'm going to include the whole oil ad because right. There's so much of it. How clean is mine? We need to include. I didn't know how much goes in here, bottom line, so I had to work slow. Pretty clean. And I'm including it because it cost $87. So, could be all right. See where it goes. Spent $80, $87 for 4 of these 5-quart jugs. Oh, that punched nice. I wish the rest of it would punch out like that. Huh. Unusual. Well, I guess it'll peel off. I like to either. It's gonna be empty anyway when I get finished with it. That's some pretty oil. Oh, it's running in pretty good. Good deal. Man, I don't know. This thing takes a lot of damn oil. This is 5 quarts. Well, that's pretty exhausted. Okay, let's see what we can see on the dipstick. What does 5 quarts do? I don't think I'm even on the dipstick. No, sir. I do not think I'm on the dipstick. Where's next? Didn't I bring any more of these beauties up with me? Hang on. Let's go get some more oil. I'll get some more oil. I'm suspicious that it might hold 5 gallons of oil, but that would clearly just make it a You rolling? Yep, you're rolling. This is August Allen. We're on the last steps. Brand new oil change for this thing. That shouldn't happen for another 10 or 15 years. Something like that. I think this should put it on the dipstick. Oh, you know what I need to do is that thing stay there. It will if I put a little tie wrap on it, it will. Tie wraps, tie wraps. Give me a tie wrap. Here we go. Let's fill that filter up. That's it right there. I think that'll work, guys. Whatever you want to call it. Some of that on this ring. Wipe the bottom of this. Make sure it's clean. Tight enough. Let's see where it is, by golly. Oh, I didn't think about that. We gotta take it off, but that's still handy. What do I have here? Yeah. Okay, let's stick that dipstick in. where we are. Okay. It's just about a 1/4 inch on the end of the dipstick. Needs more. More. Okay, looks pretty good. What's up here? Anything, whatever. Some stuff you just This was a good deal on this. It said on it just what it needed to say: heavy duty, full synthetic diesel motor oil. My golly, they said a mouthful. And then when it said $21 for 5 quarts, I said, hey, there's a special deal. So that's why we're using O'Reilly's diesel. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Where are we ready? Yeah, let's see. We need to check where we are just for the spun of it. See how much more we need. All right. I think we got, that's 2 full O'Reillys in there. So that's 10 quarts. Where are we? Man. Add 6 quarts. Wow. Okay. Add 6 quarts. Now, we have 5. So we won't be overdoing it. But let's just see. Add 6 quarts. It sure seems about right. I mean, that does seem like that's what it's telling me. Right there. That if I'm down that low and I need to add 6 quarts. I don't know. Whatever. Get out of the way of the oil. It says I need to add 6 quarts. I mean, that's what it said. Brand fresh oil change on the pony motor. Guaranteed good for 15 years. Hell, I ain't hardly used it. Why should I change it? See if you're not in humid weather where the oil would automatically, for some reason, start taking on water. Huh. I think I'll look at it anyway. I know what it says right there at the bottom. Add 6 quarts. From there to there. I don't know. Let's see what it looks like now. We shall see what it looks like that now. Okay. Where is that? Well, I tell you what, it definitely could stand 6 quarts, the whole thing. It's up in a safe area, but it's still, you know, it told me to add 6 quarts here, and it's only up, and I could go up a whole another inch. Well, let's start by finishing off this, and maybe that's where we call it good instead of opening up the last. We'll save it. I think at 5 will be just fine and dandy. The end here. This isn't too bad. It's not bad at all. With that tie wrap around the funnel, this is working real well. Okay. You want every dribble, every drop of that precious juice. Every drop of that precious juice in there. Those little wasted sprinkles of oil. All right. So we have, I think we put in 3. Pretty sure we put in 3. Well, there's 3 inners. Yeah, we put in 3. Well, let's see what the dipstick thinks of that now. Well, that oil is definitely halfway up the dipstick. Full. I bet I could add another, well, it told me to add 5 quarts or 6 quarts at the bottom. So, all in all, probably a quart of oil. So it took what, 15 quarts of oil? I think it sure did. No, it did. Yeah, 15 quarts of oil is what's in it. So that means that you that will have a spare oil for it. I don't recall if it uses oil. Not very readily anyway. Well, I might find some other reason you need that 5 quarts of diesel oil. So let's take these and chuck them. That is what we used, and the other one I already hauled away. There's 15 quarts. 5 quarts each. Wait a minute. No. I'm sorry. These are gallons. So we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 quarts of oil are in there. Oh, that's not as bad as I thought it was. 12. Yeah, it's 3 quarts less. 12 quarts of oil. This fine diesel motor oil in this beautiful machine. I mean, it is a pretty machine. You can't get any better looking than this machine. Diesel engine. So let's cut this off of it. And move away. Well, there you have it. New oil filter. Hey, all kinds of, new control. It's just about ready. We're just about ready to do a demo start on it. Well, let's see what happens here. Throw the knife switch. And that's it. The little knife switch over there. That's perfect. My water's starting to get, my water's starting to get warm. The heads, the heads are still, everything's cold. I think I will start it back up, and let's run it for just a little bit. The alternator is doing its job. I never had it fail. So, and the 14 wire is carrying it. I don't want to encourage it to. It's running warming up, so it's doing its job. Let's put a start on it again. So we'll move it over here. The glow plug timer. What's overspeed? Okay. Okay, that's just a time for the glow plug. To produce warm water. Warm water coming in. I'm gonna go see back here. Okay, that water is going to the heater core, going up front, and it should be, it's already, I can feel it. Warm water coming right here into the block. So it will be warming this baby up. In the cold, that's what it's supposed to do, and there's plenty of water coming here. And I'm really surprised. Wow. This is cold because that water can't come back this way. Water can only go this way if there's some reason that it wanted to, but yes, indeed, there it is. This is still, well, this is the other side of the, this pipe is definitely where the little engine's getting its cool water from. So it's bringing it in here, and that brings it up into here. Yeah, this whole thing, this whole top end will be doing that. And this is, feels like there's circulation, but this is definitely cold because it can't go this way. We'll talk about that. Anyway, yeah, this is getting hot. Well, that's what it's doing. It's using this engine's cool to heat, to cool it off. It wants to move that around. This is water. There goes the side diesel, just perked up, got itself. I feel very comfortable that I'm catching the heat. The water is circulating, coming right back here this way. I know it's going up front too. That thing kicks out a pretty good bit of water. Oh, this is the bracket for the air conditioner. I was just looking to see if it can, it looks to me like it can. It could still be put in here and not interfere with this return. That is definitely bringing hot water to us. So, warming that engine right up. Oh yeah, I can feel the engine block coming too. This really works. It's an amazing feat of magic. So, theoretically, when this water up here reaches the temperatures that we're worried about, well, that's working. This will be no time ready to start. The pony motor's start charging the batteries, and This is August, and I'm putting in a new terminal strip. This one right here. I just brought the screws out of it, but this has been up there forever and ever. And the problem is I don't know where the cover is to it, this piece. And I don't feel, it's low voltage and all that, but I don't feel that it's as safe if you don't have the cover on it. And I've already marked it Pony Motor TB1. So this is the terminal block between the engine and the controller over here. So that's what we're doing. We're going to put in this brand new strip. With this here, I've gotten out, I think I got out 2 screws. Let me get out the screws. Surely. Well, I don't see them. I should have already got them out. I probably did. But let's get out 2 more and get moving on. This is the Pony Motor project. When you come out here to start up the big diesel, you're going to be obliged to start up the Pony Motor and check out the systems first. And then that big motor will start right up. Okay, now I have 2 screws. I need this screwdriver here. I think that can hold the screw. Let's see. Will this hold the screw? Yes, perfect. So let's, we're going to put the number one is going to be down here like that. So it goes up there right like that. I'm going to get back down here. And oh, there's the 2 screws. I knew I took them out. Swell. So set the other one on my lip so I can get right to it when I get this going up there. Okay. Yes, number 1 is down there. Let's see if we can hit this hole and make it work. Tight, and I don't know, is the hole in the same exact place? It looks like it is. That's good, and it's not nearly the problem. So let's see. Looks to me to be in alignment. It just twists in there. Yeah, it just twisted in there, so it's in alignment. Okay, the next one is brown, and we skip one while we're putting it there. Brown one. That brown one landed. Man. Get the brown one landed. This is not a real comfortable position here. Let's see. Yeah, I need to cut. I think that's the ticket, is to cut these bands that are making it drag. Take the brown wire out, get it over to the brown. This down, make sure it's down. Yep. Take the brown, take it to the brown. Well, it went in there very nicely. Okay. All right, that's the brown one. Let's get this purple. Purple, no. Let's get this single. I don't know why I've got a purple to blue thing. What the hell is that? Okay, let's put a super lube on here. Dielectric properties. Keep anything. They're beautiful. Gosh, they are. I don't remember where these exactly, but man, they are copper with a tin plate on them. They are super duty. This has no hookup. I'm getting the hair caught in the thread. Okay, now. Okay. That doesn't go anyplace. Then we have purple to blue. Okay. Pull out the purple. Purple to blue. Is the purple. Purple is. I'm working away. Alright, now I gotta get the blue hooked up to the other side of the purple. And the red that comes up here and just stops off. Feedback of some kind, wire that's not being used. A little of this super lube on the tip of that wire. And as I get it in on the other side of that purple, we just tightened up so nicely. Okay, and let's get that blue over here. Doobie doobie doo, put the blue in. Okay. I don't know, but there it is. Blue to blue. Then we have this blue white to blue white. That's pretty straightforward. Let's get some. This is good wire. Some kind of a surplus. And those speckles from that red paint are all over this bay. That ain't never going to go away completely. There's a pretty big visible on it. Okay, blue and white. Get it in there. Tighten the This is just to make every single, it just has to work. It has to work so well that the new owner likes it and takes time a minute to figure out how easy it is to fix. If it's not already fixed, then it is worthless. Absolutely worthless. If it doesn't work, he's not going to know how to fix it. But if it works real well, he'll learn how to fix it. Especially if I've documented it as well as I am doing. Alright, let's get that blue wire up there. Can I get this open? No, I did not. This side up. Had that treated wire in. One thing about it was clamps open up in this direction. Okay, that's blue to blue. What's this? This is gray to gray. Gray is the next one. Oh, that's uncomfortable. Hi, this is August, and this is the day after first start, and the bay is completely cleaned out. Oh, I have a brush on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just cold start it. You know, it is cold. The battery needs to be turned on. The Frankenstein switch is in the in the erect position, and we're ready to go. Let me go turn on the battery. I know it's off. See, all right, see if I can make good pictures. See, it's up in the off position. Let's pull it down. There's basically nothing powering up because everything's off. And okay, here we go. We're going to we are going to take a look at this. All right, I'm going to pull the knife switch over and put it in a position, the test run stop position, which means, all right, here goes the timer. That means that it's putting power to the glow plugs, warming those up, and it immediately starts charging the batteries, and it definitely takes that thing up to its full potential. It runs pretty warm. That water is leaving that generator. It's coming here and it's going straight up to the heater, and it, for whatever good reason, it divides the water pretty evenly just because of its length and flow path. So I was really lucky with that right here. Okay, what I'm doing here, let's see here, this is the next project I just thought I would mention here, is that I'm skinning the side of the block. And they left this old crusty paint on this engine because it never had this on it when they bought this and put it in. And this is the air conditioning mount. I am rejuvenating it, and I'm going to hang it on the side of the engine. That way you can take it with you when you go. And the arbor's here, and there's the pulley to it. Everything's going back where it was and tightened into position. I don't believe I'll be putting the belts on it. I've carried this stuff. You might as well carry it where it's supposed to be mounted. If you're taking it with you, if you're going to go on a long trip, this is a good place for it back home. Oh, I'm going to go get some sand for my sandblaster, blast this thing and paint it. There's still a lot to do. I have to put the contactor, I just got the 40 amp contactor to put over there in the space provided. There's a shell over there. It wasn't big enough, the original contactor in there, so I ordered a 40 amp. And that is what starts after this engine is up to speed and ready to go. I mean, it comes up to speed, and with that signal, there's one more timer, just a little bit of time, make sure that it's doing its 60 cycles, and it brings the outlet that supplies the bus online. This right there. So that has to be done, and then the whole thing, and I promise that will be done. I just got the stuff. I just got to get this out for this particular aspect of it. There's other things going on, so please, comments, likes, any questions I can answer about anything, just ask. I'll do my best. And so till next time, it's August. Alan out.